How much money can I make, D? That's the question that I get I get all the time. How much money can I make? If you are starting your very own niche recruitment and staffing business, or you have started, let's say you got your EIN and you're getting your website together, you haven't fully got it off the ground, but you started the process. Or maybe you're in business and you haven't been able to get your first client. No matter where you are, if you're trying to figure out, okay, how much money am I going to make? What's going to be my return on my investment? What do I have the potential to make? You are watching the right video. Stick around. We're about to have a lot of fun. Hi, my name is Dee Williams, and I am a coach for the recruiting and staffing industry. I help professionals just like you set up, run, and scale your very own niche recruitment and staffing business to 6, 7, 8 figures. And oh my gosh, I'm super excited to do this video. This is probably one of the videos I enjoy the most because we're going into a new season. You're going into a new season if you're watching this video. You're ready to take things to the next level, I can see. And so today we're going to talk about the money. We're going to talk about how much you can make starting, running, growing your very own niche recruitment and staffing business. But before we dive in, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I got so much coming out. It's about to be fire. Okay, that's what you get when you hang out with me. Okay, so now that you've done that, I would get pencil and paper out. I don't know if you're old school like me, but I would get that out too because we're about to dive into some numbers. I want you to be able to calculate. I want you to be able to take notes. We're about to have fun. I'm so excited to be here with you. All right, let's dive in. And talk about people. Lots of people with talents. Because if you're looking to unlock your earning potential, starting and running a profitable niche recruitment and staffing business is definitely the way to go. Listen, this is a people business. And if you don't have people, and I'm talking about a network of people or the ambition to create a specific network of people, you simply don't have a staffing business. So let's talk about people and how people affect the amount of money you have the ability to make. But before we dive in, I need to acknowledge your genius. That's right, because staffing is a recession-proof business. So no matter how many aliens, robots, or AI machines that may appear, as long as there is commerce, people will be needed. So how does a recession-proof business sound to you? Let's talk about it. Fun fact. In the 1940s, something pretty significant happened in the world of work, all thanks to World War II. See, with so many young American men drafted into the war, workplaces back home started feeling the pinch. Jobs were left hanging, and finding people with the right skills to fill them was like searching for a needle in a haystack. But that's when the staffing industry stepped in. That's right. It wasn't just a new business idea. It was more like a necessity, like a real game changer for the American job scene. It became about to help businesses keep their doors open, as well as the wheels turning when they needed it the most. Fast forward to 1989, where the staffing industry was estimated to be worth between $25 billion and $50 billion. What a substantial change, right? So you saw that a necessity kept moving and kept growing, and then you fast forward to 2023, where the staffing industry was worth nearly $220 billion US. And that's just in the US, that's not globally. This clearly demonstrates the substantial growth and economic significance of the industries in the recent years. But what about the future of staffing? Let's talk about the top 10 jobs of the future. Listen, understanding the rise of AI's influence on staffing is imperative. You've heard about AI in the news. You've likely even used it yourself, and most certainly you thought about how it may affect you personally. You know what I'm saying? But let's explore what AI means for the future of work and how it's going to impact your staffing business and the staffing industry as a whole. Lots of jobs are going to be lost, gone in 5 years. AI and automation will be the future. The future belongs to people who can use and direct artificial intelligence. Now, let's go through the top 10 jobs of the future. Because if you're going to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing business, or you have one right now, and you're not looking at one of these markets, how are you going to dominate the staffing industry? But I want to prepare you now. This is what it's all about, okay? So let's talk about it. Number one, AI and machine learning experts. Professionals skilled in developing, managing, and fine-tuning AI systems will be highly sought after. This includes data scientists, machine learning engineers, AI researchers, and AI application developers. This is also a market that can be developed, right? So keep that in mind. I just want to throw that out at you. Number two, digital literacy and tech-savvy professionals. Individuals who are adept at working with technology and can easily adapt to new digital tools will have an advantage. This doesn't mean everyone needs to be a tech expert, but comfort with technology will be key. Number three, problem solvers and critical thinkers. Jobs that require high levels of problem solving, critical thinking, and decision-making skills are less likely to be automated. These skills are essential in navigating complex scenarios that AI cannot easily replicate. Some examples of problem solvers and critical thinkers would be management consultants, project managers, research scientists. They would be civil, mechanical, electrical, or software engineering engineers. They would be strategic planners, healthcare professionals, nurses, doctors, surgeons, psychiatrists. They would be lawyers and legal analysts. They would be financial analysts and economists. They would be educators and curriculum developers, policy analysts, and advisors. These are just some of the examples of the people who will dominate the job market in the next 5 years and beyond. Number four, creative and innovative thinkers. Roles that demand creativity, such as in arts, marketing, design, and innovation, are less susceptible to automation. AI can assist in these fields, but the originality and vision of human creativity remain irreplaceable. Some examples of positions that will thrive in the next 5 years and beyond are graphic designers and illustrators, artists and sculptors, writers and authors, film and video directors. There will be advertising and marketing professionals, musicians and composers, interior designers and fashion designers. Oh my gosh, I'm getting fired up. There'll be architects and product designers and industrial engineers. There'll be game designers and chefs and culinary artists. Who do you know? Did I get you fired up? Okay, slow down, Dean. Slow down. All right. Back. Number five, healthcare professionals. Many aspects of healthcare require human touch, empathy, and complex decision making these roles less likely to be fully automated. This includes doctors, nurses, therapists, and other healthcare professionals. Shout out to my healthcare professionals. Y'all don't sing like me. Okay, number six, skilled tradespeople. Electricians, plumbers, carpenters, and other trades require hands-on skills that are going to be challenging for AI and robots to replicate. We still need you. You're going to thrive. Number seven, education and training professionals. Hey! Educators and trainers, especially those who can adapt to teach about evolving technologies and skills, will continue to be vital. Do you know what that means? I'm here for another 40 years. Y'all stuck with me. Hey. Number eight, human resource and people management. Roles focusing on human interactions like recruiters and HR managers are less likely to be automated. They involve complex social skills, empathy, and judgment. That goes for staffing agencies too. Number nine, ethical, legal, and policy experts. As AI raises new ethical and legal questions, there will be a need for professionals in these fields to navigate and shape policies around AI use. And finally, number 10, AI user interface and experience designers. Designing interfaces and experience for AI systems requires a blend of technical know-how and understanding of human behavior and preferences. Some of these roles include AI UX designers, AI UI designers, conversational UX UI designers, human-computer interaction specialists, AI interaction designers, UX researchers for AI, ethical AI UX designers, AI product designers, accessibility designers for AI. Woo to AI. Woo to AI. I know you might be not saying that, but let me just tell you right now, these are the people who can use and direct artificial intelligence. It's here. It's not going away. It's in our world. We've got to be prepared. We've got to be ready. And these are the types of jobs that are going to be needed. So you're starting a staffing business, and I need to know, what niche will you focus on? Let me know in the comments below. I need to know, what niche are you going to focus on? If you are already working in a space right now, what type of innovation will you bring to your staffing business? If you're already staffing right now, based on what you've learned so far, based on what you see so far, where do you see you pivoting, or where do you see you evolving? Where do you see you bringing innovation in your staffing business? I need all the deets. I want to know you're fired up. Let me know in the comments below, because it's time to have the conversation. I see that you are here getting all of this great information, but you have not liked that button. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can be notified when I'm coming back. I need you in my world. Hit that button. Okay, so staying in line with the future of staffing and understanding now that AI is going to be a part of our world. It's a part of our world now, and it is going to be a part of our world. Let's continue to look at what staffing looks like beyond 2024, right? Because if we're talking about making an investment in starting this business, or we have made an investment in this business, and we're trying to figure out what it is that we have the potential to make, then we've got to be able to look at how everything is coming together with this particular business model, correct? And AI is a part of this business model, correct? Right. So now, don't freak out about AI. I know you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even understand it. AI is going to get rid of us. Like, oh my gosh. No, AI is not getting rid of staffing. We know that it's integrated. We already know all the roles that we'll be able to fill. And I just really quickly wanted to just go over 6 different ways the staffing agency is likely to persist with the emergence of AI, with the integration of AI, right? Because there is a human element that AI will never have, and robots will never have. And in recruitment, there's a human element. And while AI can screen resumes and match skills, the human element in recruitment is crucial. So understanding a candidate's personality, cultural fit, and long-term potential often requires human judgment and intuition, and AI cannot do that, right? So also, like, adapting to new roles. As AI creates new job roles and industries, the staffing industry is going to play a key role in matching these new positions with the right talent. It will need to adapt by understanding evolving skill requirements and sourcing candidates accordingly. This is where you and your niche recruitment and staffing business becomes fire. And listen, I got to tell you something really quickly. All of the older agencies, the ones who are what we call legacy agencies, they may not be able to keep up. That's why it's important that you come in right now, bring your skill set, bring your talent, your network to this industry, because the future of staffing belongs to you. Let me say it again. The future of staffing belongs to you. Woo! Fire. Okay, now let's get into temporary and contractual work, right? Because staffing will always have the ability, the flexibility that to offer, temporary and contractual work, right? The flexibility offered by the gig economy is also likely to increase. Staffing agencies can specialize in providing temporary or contract workers for specific projects, including those involving AI technologies. It's going to be very imperative. Also, specialized recruitment. Certain sectors may require highly specialized skills that are not easily identifiable by AI systems. Staffing agencies with expertise in these areas can provide invaluable support. Okay? And then navigating AI in the workplaces. Listen, staffing agencies can become experts in integrating AI into the workforce, advising companies on how to blend human and AI capabilities effectively. And then finally, reskilling and upskilling. And this is super passionate to me. Reskillify.com is where everybody should go. Dee, did you put that plug in there? Yeah. I had to plug Reskillify.com when you get a moment, go to reskillify.com, because listen, as AI changes job requirements, there will be a growing need for reskilling and upskilling workers. That's why you can do it on reskillify.com. Staffing agencies can evolve to provide these training services on reskillify.com, or partner with educational institutions like reskillify.com to prepare the workforce for new roles, and they can take that training on reskillify.com. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Listen, these are the 6 ways the staffing industry is likely to persist and even thrive in an AI-driven world. Now, let me tell you the 8 ways that you can use AI in your staffing business. Number 1, streamline your operations. Number 2, use AI to improve your efficiency. Number 3, use AI to enhance the candidate experience. Number 4, use AI to automate identifying potential candidates. Number 5, use AI to automate resume screening tasks. Number 6, use AI to reduce bias in the recruitment process. Number 7, use AI to predict future hiring needs. And number 8, use AI to improve employee retention. So just how much can you make in staffing? Well, by the year 2028, it is projected that globally, the staffing market will be worth 1.25 to 1.4 trillion. And in the US, it'll be a potential value of 750 billion to 888 billion. And let me tell you, that is not a game, right? That tells you that this market is not about to slow down anytime soon. There is market share for you, and you. So the number 1 question you should be asking right now is, how much can I make starting and scaling my niche recruitment and staffing business? It doesn't matter if you're starting or if you're already in business. What is my potential? All the way up through 2028, what is my potential? Well, listen, we know that this is what it takes to really run the business. And we know that this is not what it takes to run the business. So with that being said, the number 1 question that I have for you is, do you have a network? That's right. Do you have a network? Do you know 50 people with the same or similar skill set? Or can you create a network of 50 people with the same or similar skill set? Right now, we're going to talk about the numbers, because if you can do that, if you can get 50 people or create a network of 50, then I'm going to show you these numbers. We're going to dive in. I hope you're fired up right now. And keeping that energy alive, let's dive right into the numbers here on the direct hire side of the business. This is one of the service lines in the staffing business model. You get paid one time. We're going to go through a number of niche markets so that you can see what the different job titles and the different industries will yield you in your return on your investment. All right. So we're going to start off with looking at the warehouse niche industry, and we're going to look at one person. Do you know one person? Do you know one person, one warehouse worker? That worker would make somewhere between $34,000 and $41,000 a year. You would charge 20%. That would be the direct hire fee for you to go out and find that one person, screen them, assess them, get them ready to be hired. And then you would make between $6,000 and $8,000 for that person, for putting that one person to work in a warehouse. Look at the level of impact you're going to create in your community. Oh, yeah. I know that gets you fired up. I got one question for you. Do you know one warehouse worker? But let me ask, do you know 10 people? Do you know 10 warehouse workers? Because if you do, and they're making between 34 and 41 a year, and you're charging your 20% fee, you're now making $69,000 to $82,000. Could you place 10 warehouse workers in a month? That's what you would make in a month. How would that feel to you? How would that change your life? Do you know 10 warehouse workers? Do you know 50 people? Do you know 50 warehouse workers? Do you know 50 warehouse workers that you could place in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or even 6 months to generate 354,000 to 410,000. So quick question. Do you have a network of warehouse workers? Can you build a network of warehouse workers? Your candidates are your capital. This business works based on your network. Now let's take a look at the information technology industry. You're looking for one person. This person is an AI UX designer. They're going to make somewhere between $60,000 and $120,000 a year. You're going to charge the company 20% of that salary. Why? Because you're going to find them. You're going to assess them. You're going to talk them into the job that you're trying to put them into. You're going to retain them and to make sure that they stay in the company that they're in and that they're happy. You're going to make sure it's a match. It's a lot of work. Companies don't understand it, but it's a lot of work for us on the back end. Okay. And so we have to do that. But listen, if you already have the person, that's why I'm asking, do you know one person, one AI UX designer? If you know one AI UX designer and you charge the employer 20% to find that person, your check is $12,000 to $24,000. Do you know one AI UX designer? Do you know 10 people, 10 AI UX designers, right? With a 20% fee. You now make $120 to $240K. Can you place 10 UX designers in the next 30, 60, 90 days? Because that's what you would make. Do you know 10 AI UX designers? Or how about 50? Do you know 50 AI UX designers? If you do, and you charge a fee of 20%, now you're looking at 600 to 1.2 million. Can you place 50 AI UX designers in a year? Just 50. Do you think you could place 50 in a year? I don't know. 50. Let's see. 50 divided by 12. That would be 4 per month. Okay? So 50 divided by 12 would be 4 per month. Roughly, do you think you could put 4 people to work per month? 4 AI designers? I don't know. Maybe you can. Do you know 50 AI UX designers? The question is, if you don't know 50 AI UX designers, could you find them? Could you find them, build relationships with them, and put them to work? Now, let's take a look at the healthcare industry. Woo! Now, do you have a network of nurses? Can you build a network of nurses? Your candidates are your capital in this industry. If you have a network of nurses or you have access to a network of nurses, this business model is perfect for you. Because one registered nurse, between $58,000 and $133,000 a year with your 20% fee. I know you're saying nurses don't want to work direct hire. That's not true, because a lot of these facilities out here have nurses who have full-time jobs. There are nurses who have to stay home with their kids. There are nurses that have to stay home with their husbands. There are nurses that have to stay home because of their health. There are nurses that want to stay home because for benefits purposes. There are a lot of reasons why nurses stay home, and they want and need full-time jobs. And you would make $11,000 to $26,000 for every nurse that you put into a full-time role. Do you know one registered nurse you could put to work today? That's my question. You know 10 registered nurses that are making between $50,000 to $133,000 a year, where you charge the employer 20% and you make $116,000 to $266,000. Could you do that in a month? Could you put 10 people to work in 1 month? Could you put 10 people to work in 2 months? Could you put 10 people to work in 3 months? If you did it in 3 months, $266,000. 10 people divided by 3 would be roughly 3 people a month, 3 to 4 people a month. Could you put 3 to 4 nurses in a full-time job per month? Do you know 10 registered nurses? What about 50? Do you know 50 registered nurses? Huh? I don't know, but if you charged a fee for all these registered nurses and you put them to work, you would make between 580,000 and 1.33 million. Could you do that in a year? Could you put 50 registered nurses to work in a year? That would be roughly 4 to 5 nurses in full-time positions per year. If you could do that, I don't know. Do you know 50 registered nurses? I mean, I'm asking a question like, can you build a network of nurses? Do you know a network of nurses? Your candidates are your capital. If you have a network or can build a network of nurses, then that's your money shot. Now, I want to continue to stay in the healthcare industry. Let's look at medical directors. I had this amazing staffingpreneur, Tiana Merity. She was phenomenal. And she placed a ton of medical directors. She made a killing too. And so medical directors make between $198, $353. You charge a 20% fee. I would charge a 30% if I were you. But for this example, you would make between $39,000 and $70,000. Just one medical director today. Do you know one medical director? What about 10? Would you happen to know 10 medical directors? Right? Charging your 20% fee. Now you're talking $396,000 to $707,000. That's placing 3 or 4 a month if you do that in a couple of months. Can you place 10 medical? Do you know 10 medical directors? What about 50? What about 50 medical directors? And you charge your fee over the course of the year, right? 50 medical directors, you put them to work. You make $1.9 to $3.5 million placing nothing but medical directors all over the country, maybe even all over the world. I am a medical director niche staffing business, generating $1.9 to $3.5 million a year, placing one of the most important roles in the world. My question to you today is, do you know 50 medical directors? This industry works based on the number of people you can put into roles. The larger your network, the more people you can place, the more people you can place, the more money you can make. Let's dive into contract staff and let's get that money energy up. All right, and keeping up with that energy, like I love this. So like contract staffing is where you charge by the hour. And that means for every person that you place, you get paid. For every hour that they work, you get paid. So, and that's until the contract ends, which is pretty awesome, which is why the staffing industry is booming so much. And remember, there's so many reasons why employers will want to hire somebody on a contractual basis or on a temporary basis even. But right now, let's talk about the money. And I got excited because I showed you earlier on the direct hire side how you get the one-time fee. Now we're going to talk about the hourly. So as you can see, the warehouse worker is now at $18 to $20 an hour versus showing the salary. So we're going to go in and see what that one warehouse worker could make. Because I'm telling you right now, this is where you're going to make the majority of your money. But just remember, it all depends on your niche and the type of position that you're filling. So we were working with this warehouse person, and this person was making $18 an hour. We would be billing the employer $26 an hour. Our bills would be about $4.50 an hour per hour, and we would make $3.79 an hour. Not a lot, but we still $3.79 an hour. I didn't have to do the work. Somebody else worked on my behalf. I bring in $151 a week. That's $656 a month, $7,000 a year. That's just extra spare change on the side. But if I can put 5 warehouse workers to work, then I have $757 per week, $3,000 per month, and $39,000 per year. If I can put 10 to work, now I'm at $1,500 a week. I'm at $6,000 a month and $78,000 a year. If I can put 25 to work, I'm at $3,789 a month, per week, $16,000 per month, $197,000 a year. And if I can put 50 to work and keep them on work all year long, I'm doing 7,000 a week, 32,000 a month, 394,000 a year. I am fired up. That doesn't include how many of these people I've placed all throughout the course of the year. I'm talking about having a $500,000 niche recruitment and staffing agency business, and a successful one at that. Are you fired up by that energy? Yes, I know you are. But look, let's get into this, because that was one warehouse person. Do you know one warehouse person? Because if you have a network of warehouse workers, or you can build a network of warehouse workers, this business model is for you. Now, let's talk about one more person. How about the IT? Let's go back into IT. We're talking about one AI UX designer. That's right. This person is making between $50 and $120 an hour. We're going to do the 50 and then we'll go to the 120. Do you know one AI UXI designer? Let's do 50. Okay. So this person, we're going to put $50 an hour. And for the UX designer, actually the lowest fee that would be here would be 55% a markup. We'd like to see 65, but let's just say we're on the low side because we want to under promise, over deliver. So you're talking $50 an hour, 55% markup. You're billing the client $77 an hour. You're making $15.53 an hour for the one candidate that's working. Now you brought in $620 this week, $2,600 this month, $32 for the year, just for one person on billing. You get 5 people. Now you're making $3,000 a week extra, $369. That's about $13,000 a month, and that's an extra $160,000 a year. Do you think your business is doing good at this moment? Yes. Well, how about that 10 we looked at earlier? With 10, you're talking $6,000 a week, $26,000 per month, $322,000 per year. That's right. I said it right. And what about 25? With 25, you're talking $15,000 per week. Oh, $67,000 per month, and a whopping $807,000 per year. But let's say you're running a real staffing agency here. You're not playing around. You've got 50 people on billing this year. You're bringing in $31,000 per week, $134,000 per month, and $1.6 million per year, not including your direct hire funds. You're on fire right now. You're on fire right now. Can you see the vision? Tell me, can you see the vision? Because if you can see the vision, then it's yours. Listen, I'm not playing around here today. This is not a game. You hear me? This is not a game. But listen, what if that AI UX designer was bringing in $120 an hour? Right? What if you were placing the best of the best? Now you're billing the client $186 an hour. You are making $37.26 an hour off of that person. You're bringing in $1,400 a week, $6,458 per month, $77,000 per year, $77,000 per year. That is my number. Okay, 77 is my number, all right? You've got one personal billing, just one. That's your friend. That's your friend you work with. That's your friend your sister knows, your cousin knows. That's your friend who runs your whatever group. You got one person, you put them to work, and you bringing in $1,400, $6,000, Okay, now, but what if you brought in 5? Now you've got $7,000 per week you're bringing in. You're like, okay, D, I can see where I'm gaining some momentum here. You're probably still working even, right? And you're like, man, I've got 5 people working. Let me see if I can get 10. Bing, bang. Now you've got 10. You're bringing in $14,000 per week. You're calling me saying, D, I cannot believe I did this. You said I could do this. I cannot believe you said I could do this. And now I'm here. Listen, D, I am bringing in almost $1 million a year. I'm going to break that threshold and I'm going to say, go, 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 go. And then you're going to say, fire. 25. I have 25 top tier, high-end AI, highly sought after UX, UI designers. I'm talking, I am the only person in the industry that's placing these people, or I'm one of the few, and I've got the top of the line, and I am placing them at the highest rate of 120 because there's not a lot of them out there. I've got 25 on billing. I've got them billing at here for the next 2 years. I am fired up. Listen, that's 1.9 million. But you're not going to stop there because that 50 people is in your view. Now you're in year 2, maybe even year 1, depending on what year it is. You're doing $74,000 a week, $322,000 per month, $3.8 million per year. Could you use $3.8 million a year? I don't know about you. I don't know. Could you? Get fired up right now. Get fired up right now. Yes. See the vision. See the vision. Who's in your network? Do you know one AI UX designer? Look how far one AI UX designer can take you. One registered nurse. Okay, now listen, all my RNs, I want to shout out. Woo, woo. All my RNs, let's get shout out. Woo, woo. All my RNs, let's do it. All my RNs. Okay, I'm over here. Like, I just talk to a lot of RNs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like the biggest girl fan. Is that what they call them? I'm a fangirl. Fangirl. Okay, listen. $30 an hour, registered nurse. So let's go in and let's look at the numbers here. So with our registered nurse, we have $30 an hour. And this is probably a junior registered nurse. We are billing the employer $46.50. We're making about $9.32 an hour, bringing in $372.60 a week, $1,600 a month, $19,000 per year. But on the higher end, and I'm going to do one with the registered nurses here actually at $40 an hour because I typically see somewhere around $40, $43 an hour, right? So I'm going to just put in $43 an hour because that's a little bit more realistic for some of you out there. $66 an hour bill rate, $13 an hour you're making. This is with a 55% markup, so not even a 65% markup. You're bringing in $534 a week, $2,300 per month, $27,000 per year. You have 5 nurses on billing. This stays on billing. You're bringing in $2,600 a week, $11,000 a month, $138 a year. Hold on, let's not let that energy die down right now. Let's get fired up right now. We talking money right now. We talking money right now. Woo, 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 woo. Is that your money dance? You gotta get your money dance and your money sign down, okay? Because when you're talking about money, you gotta raise that energy. Now, let's see if you have 10 people like we talked about. 10 people, you got $5,000 per week. You got $2,300 per month. You got $277,000 per year. Hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that like button right now. Share this video with somebody that you feel like absolutely needs to see it. All right. Now let me know. 10. Now let's say you say, okay, D, I'm going to do 25. Now you got 25 nurses on billing. You're doing $13,000 a week. You're bringing home $694 a year, not including whatever you do on the direct hire side. You are fired up. You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling good about your business. You're like, yes, okay, I love it. But you say that's not enough because I'm not mediocre. You say that's not enough because I don't have any market share. I'm just getting my feet wet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shoot for 50. And now you've got a $1.3 million nurse staffing agency. I don't really sound like that. I mean, I do in the shower. But that's what you have, right? You're bringing in $26,000 a week, $115,000 per month, $1.3 million a year, not including whatever you place on the direct hire side. This can easily be a $2 million staffing business with a very strong EBITDA cash flow. And oh man, I'm fired up about that. But what are your thoughts? How do you feel? $43 an hour, right? Let's see. Now, we have nurses out here that are balling. They said that's what, and they're making $80 an hour. So if we got a nurse that's making $80 an hour, we're going to bill the employer $124 an hour. We're going to bring home $24 an hour, and we're going to make $993 per week, $4,000 per month, $53,000 per year. But if we have 5 nurses on billing, that goes up. We're almost at $5,000 a week. We just chilling. That's a house note, car note. I don't know. That's 200. Now we put 10 on billing because we know we're like, I'm not playing around. I got my mom recruiting. I got my dad recruiting. I got my brother recruiting. I got my sister recruiting. I got my kids recruiting. I'm out here hiring. Got people in the Philippines, people in India. I am getting this in because I need 10 nurses billing right now. You're bringing in $9,000 per week, $43,000 per month, $516,000 per year, but you are fired up because now you didn't taste it. You just smelled it. You didn't felt that energy that you can do this. You're shooting for 25. You're saying, D, I can do this. Bam, you get 25 and now you're almost at 24,000 a week, right? Almost at 25,000 a week. You're at 107,000 per month, 1.2 million a year. Your business is booming. It's not thriving, but it's booming. So you're pushing a little bit harder. All your friends saying, girl, oh my gosh, God, come on over here. Why don't you come on? Let's go over to San Jose. Let's go over to Florida Keys. Let's go to Turks and Caicos. You're like, baby. Even though this business can travel with me, I am focused. I'm not doing nothing till I hit that 50 mark. Because when I hit that 50 mark, everybody trip is on me. Because I'm going to be bringing in almost 50,000 per week, 215,000 per month. And I have officially a $2.5 million nurse staffing business, not including my direct hire. I'm talking $3 million my first year. Go me. Now listen, this is just an overview, just an idea of how fired up you should be right now, thinking about your vision, thinking about how this can look for you. Are you fired up right now? I know you are. Come on now, I'm not done. Now we diving into that medical director, okay? You know this medical director gets me fired up. It just makes me want to all over because the hourly rates are $99 an hour. So let's start there. We're talking about $99 an hour, which means we're billing the employer $153 an hour. We're making $30.74 an hour. We're bringing in $1,200 a week, $5,000 per month, $63,000 per year. If we place 5 medical directors, we're at $6,000 a week, $26,000 per month, $319,000 per year. If we're placing 10 medical directors, we're at $12,000 per month, $12,000 per week, $53,000 per month, $639,000 a year. If we're at 25 medical directors, we're at $30,000 a week, $133,000 a month, $1.5 million a year. If we have 50 medical directors on billing, we're at $61,000 a week, $266,000 per month, and $3.1 million per year staffing agency business, placing medical directors, having them on billing all over the United States at an hourly rate of $99 per hour. But let's just say that what medical director is going to want to make $99 per hour, most of them not, because that's the lower end of the spectrum. So we're probably going to be somewhere around the $179.60 per hour. Let's take a look. So we're $179.60 per hour. We would bill the employer $278.38. We would make $55.77 an hour. With one person on billing, 40 hours a week, we've made $2,000 per week, $9,000 per month, $115,000 per year. With 5 people on billing, we've got $11,000 per week, $48,000 per month, $579. That's just 5 people. We have 10 people on billing. We're at $22,000 per week, $96,000 per month, $1.15 million a year. We do 25 people on billing. We're at $55,000 a week, $241,000 a month, $2.8 million a year. And let's just pull that energy in for that 50 people on billing. That's the goal. You're talking $113,000 a week, $483,000 per month, $5.799 million staffing business per year, placing medical directors, not including what you've done on the direct hire side right here. If you've done 1 a month, let's just say, I got to play around with this. So let's just say here, you've done one a month, and let's say you've done one a month at 20% and one a month at 30%. Now you've got a $2 million staffing agency here placing medical directors. You've got 50 on billing, so you're at 5, 6, 7. You're roughly an $8 million staffing business. You are on fire right now. You are on fire. You are on freaking fire. So if you're looking to start and scale the #1 recession-proof business in the world, if you have a network or feel you can build a network, if you have the time to invest, if you have the funds to invest, the credit to use, or know where to get the dollars, starting and scaling a staffing business is one of the best investments you can make now and for your future. Here are your next steps. Visit Staffingpreneursacademy.com. Call us at 866-432-8801. You feel free to use the QR code. We would love to talk to you. Book an appointment. We want to talk to you about your vision and your goals and your dreams and where you see yourself in the next year, in the next 5 years in staffing. And we have 3 amazing programs to support you along your journey. Depending on how much support you need will define which program would work best for you. We have a standard program that provides 7 core courses that goes over everything you could possibly think you want and need around your staffing business. It comes with 3 weekly Q&A calls that are live with a passionate, fired up coach teaching them. So you get to engage with me every week, no matter what, at least 48 weeks out of the year. You'll be assigned a dedicated and accountability partner to keep you on track. You get your full brand design, so you don't have to worry about you investing your dollars there or setting things up, your brand up improperly, because we've got your back. You're going to be involved with an amazing community. All your contracts, your handbooks, your policies and procedures, all of those things are going to be available to you. All you've got to do is edit them and make them yours. Oh, one more thing. This program goes with you for 6 months because it takes you 3 months to set the business up. And then we stay with you for an additional 3 months to work with you while you're working through getting your staffing agency generating revenue. I mean, that's the reason you're going to coaching in the first place, right? Then we have our 9-month program. That's an accelerated program. Even though it's 9 months, it's still accelerated. It's accelerated because you have access to everything in the standard, plus 6 additional weekly classes and 2 weekly call reviews. So you have more support coming with you. That's why you get faster. That's why it's set up faster. Now it's 9 months because we want to give you more time with us. So even though it still only takes 3 months and you'll probably be set up way faster than the 3 months, we want to be with you along this journey, right? Hold your hand so that as you're going through and you're building your business, you have support every step of the way. You'll also get 9 one-on-one hours with me, D. Williams. That's 1 hour per month to make sure that you're staying on track beyond what you're doing in your courses, and as well as your accountability partner. We are here to support you. We are here to help you succeed. We want to make sure you complete the course. We want to make sure you set your business up properly. We want to make sure you set it up in the most compliant way. We want to make sure you have the support. That is important to us. And then finally, it's our legacy program. This is a 1-year program. It has everything in the standard and the accelerated, but it also includes inbound lead generation. We set that up for you. So the whole automated system, you don't have to worry about that. You can just sit back and relax. We got that for you. Your outbound lead generation, you don't have to worry about that. We set all that automation up for you so that you don't have to worry about that. We'll even develop your lead magnet so that you have something of value to show employers, all right, and to give away for free. We train your staff. We do a full agency audit to make sure that you are fully prepared to be audited, to make sure that you are 100% in compliance. We support you with your org design strategy and setup. You get 3 days in person with me, D. Williams, for us to fast track this process even further. And then you get 12 additional one-on-one hours with me, D. That's 1 hour per month for the year so that we can stay on top of things. You're going to have a ton of homework after you leave me. So by the time you and I talk again, we'll be going over what you've completed and you'll be letting me know that, and we'll be setting you up for your next set of task. You'll still be working with your accountability partner on a weekly basis, sometimes a daily basis, but definitely a weekly basis to make sure that you're staying on track. But this is the support that you get. So the more hands-on you want, the more you want us to take on the responsibility for you of ensuring you have leads with their inbound and outbound lead generation for both your client and your candidate, to make sure your staff is trained properly, to make sure that your agency is set up and fully compliant, to have and engage with me. That legacy program is exactly what you're looking for. If you're more of a hands-on, hands-off person, listen, D, I don't need you that much, honey. You nice and all, but I don't need that. Plus, my pockets say different, right? I'm going to stick with the standard program because I know I'm still going to get everything that I need. I'm just going to be responsible for putting a lot of those things in place. Thank gosh, D, y'all going to do my brand, so I don't have to worry about that. And thank gosh, y'all are going to take care of the contracts, handbooks, policies, procedures, stuff like that, because I was going to pay for that anyway, right? So, but I'm going to stick with this program. I'm going to go to the live classes, and if I need to upgrade later, I can. But that's where I'm going to stay. Some people are going to be in that standard. And then some people are going to say, you know what? I want that time with D. Williams. I can't do that legacy, but that standard isn't enough. I've got to get into that accelerated. The live classes, the additional ones, that's cool. But I really want those 9 one-on-one hours with D, because that's going to make sure that I get set myself up for success, beyond success. Some people may feel that way. Either way, these programs are set up for you in whatever stage or whatever journey that you're in. I would encourage you to book an appointment. You can visit staffingpreneursacademy.com. If you're ready to go right now in this moment, you already know I love D. I want D. I want this program. I want to be compliant. Listen, I don't need a presentation. Thank you very much. I'm ready to get signed up. Then you just call us at 866-432-8801, or you can book an appointment here. I'm kidding, but I'm serious. If you just want to talk it out, we can do that as well. Just book your appointment there. Now, really quick, some of you might be saying, well, that's cool, but I need a lot more support. Like, I don't have time to set up no staffing business. I really want to do it. It sounds like a nice investment, but I don't have time. I don't have the time. I've got the money, but I don't have the time. So we also have a done-for-you staffing agency program. And our program is broken down into 3 levels. We have sales process outsourcing, where you can outsource your entire sales process to us, and we will do the sales and business development for your niche recruitment and staffing agency. We also have recruitment process outsourcing, where we will do your recruiting for your staffing agency. 2 separate services. Now, the sales, some of you may already have this network that I've been talking about this whole time. If you already have a network, but you can't get a client, or you're having a hard time getting clients, sales process outsourcing done for you version is exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you have the clients, I've got tons of clients, D, but it's talent. I don't have talent. And when I get them, I don't know how to convert them into a placement. Well, then recruitment process outsourcing would be for you. All right. And then for some of you, this is a full-blown investment. And when I say a full-blown investment, I mean, I'm ready to invest $250,000 to $1 million to $3 million to have a staffing agency that's generating $3 million for me in EBITDA cash flow from now for the next 10, for the next 20, 30 years minimum. That's what I'm looking for. I don't have time, but I have the money. You go build it for me, and I'll sit back and allow you to build my legacy on my behalf. That's what this done for you is for the full bespoke done for you staffing business. We're with you for 3 years. And when you reach out to us, this is a totally separate appointment. You'll book this appointment and we'll sit through and go through a presentation with you and show you what the numbers will look like. Show you what the numbers actually, wait a minute, I'm going to just sneak. This is not what I'm supposed to do. So, oh my gosh. I am not supposed to do this, but I'm going to sneak and just show you just a little tiny sneak peek. If you tell anybody, I don't even know whose projections these are, but let's see. This is a client version, and I don't know whose it is or what niche market. I think this is healthcare. But this is just an example of what we could potentially build over the course of 3 years, right? And this is in a sneak peek, and I'm just going to scroll it down for people who are financially savvy and kind of know what they're looking at. Everyone else is like, what is this, Steve? But this is how we get into with our one-on-ones or with our done for you bespoke. So this right here is where it's at. And if you're interested in something like that, a done for you agency type, please book an appointment. Give us a call, 866-432-8801. Ask for Monica. She would love to support you in whatever way that she possibly can. Oh my gosh, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope this video just made you so warm and fuzzy on the inside. Did it make you warm and fuzzy on the inside? Listen. Okay, so I know you're fired up right now, right? Because you done got to see how the money works, the moolah. I know your brain is going crazy right now. So let's talk about next steps. Next steps is book an appointment with me. Next step is call me, 866-432-8801. That number is 866-432-8801. Call my office. Say, look, this is how much time I have. This is how much money I have. And this is how fired up I am. Let's do this thing, D. And that's where we're going to say, okay, let's get this thing in. We want to hear about your brand. We want to hear about your vision. We want to hear about your ideas. So pick the phone up, call us. There's also a link below. You can schedule an appointment if you're shy and you just want to download a guide to get an idea. We do have a guide that's called Is It Right For Me, so that you can see if running a staffing business is right for you. And lastly, please leave a comment below. Like, you got to comment. You got to tell me what you think. Do you think you can make this money? Do you think you can do it? Do you know you can do it? Because you know you can do it, right? All right. And then don't forget to subscribe, like the button, and hit the bell, because I definitely want to see you in my next video. I stay fired up. So if you're ready for that, then we'll have a lot of fun in the next video. All right. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.